There is an old Zen saying, a leaking cup, no matter how full, will always be empty. In life, we often focus on how to gain more success, more happiness, more wisdom, and more energy. We chase after solutions to fill ourselves up, not realizing that we are like a leaking cup. No matter how much we gather, we unknowingly let it drain away through small, invisible holes. These leaks are the mistakes we do not see, the habits we do not question, and the burdens we do not recognize. You may have wondered, why do I feel exhausted even when I rest? Or why do I feel drained even when nothing bad has happened? The answer lies not in what is missing, but in what is slowly being taken from you without your awareness. This story will reveal the unseen mistakes that drain your energy without you knowing it. Through the journey of a weary traveler, you will uncover the truth about what is depleting your strength and how to regain control of your life. The traveler and the hidden whites, a lone traveler walked along the road carrying a heavy sack over his shoulder. He had been walking for years, searching for a place where he could feel at peace. But no matter how far he went, no matter how many wise teachers he met, he always felt the same drained, exhausted, and restless. One day he came upon an old monk sitting by a river. The monk watched him struggle with his sack, his tired feet dragging against the ground. "You look tired," the monk said. "What is it that you carry?" The traveler sighed. "I carry my necessities. Without this sack, I cannot live." The monk smiled and pointed to a stone by the river. "Put it down and rest." The traveler hesitated but obeyed. He sat, and for the first time in years, he felt relief. His body felt lighter. His breathing slowed. His mind quieted. "Why do I feel so different?" he asked. The monk replied, "Because for the first time, you are not carrying your burdens." The traveler looked at his sack and realized something shocking. Though he had believed it was filled with his necessities, inside were stones he had collected along the way. Some were gifts, some were worries, some were past regrets. He had carried them for so long that he never questioned their weight. "How did this happen?" he asked. "I never meant to carry these." The monk laughed softly. Most people do not know what they carry until they put it down. 1. Holding on to past pain. The traveler picked up one of the stones and examined it. It was smooth and cold, yet unbearably heavy. As he looked closer, he remembered this was a stone he had picked up years ago when someone betrayed him. He had kept it, thinking that remembering the pain would protect him from being hurt again. "This stone is my past suffering," he whispered. The monk nodded. "And it has done nothing but weigh you down. You thought holding on to it would help you, but pain does not prevent more pain. It only adds to the burden." Many people unknowingly carry the weight of their past. A betrayal, a failure, a painful memory. These are all invisible weights that drain energy. The mind spends its strength replaying old wounds. And the body feels their burden. The truth is simple. Letting go does not mean forgetting. It means freeing yourself. The traveler placed the stone on the ground. He felt a slight lightness in his body. 2. Worrying about the future. He picked up another stone. This one was rough and jagged. The moment he touched it, his heart raced. This is my fear of the future, he realized. I have carried it for years, always worrying about what will come. The monk smiled. You have paid a heavy price for things that have not yet happened. How much energy is spent worrying? The mind creates endless scenarios, each one worse than the last. We think worrying is preparation, but in truth, it is exhaustion disguised as control. The paradox of worry is this: it does not prepare you for the future. It only robs you of the strength you need to face it. The traveler let go of the stone. His breath deepened. 3. Pleasing everyone. The traveler reached for another stone, but this one was hidden deep inside the sack. It was large, invisible to the eye, yet unbearably heavy. What is this one? He asked. The monk responded, that is the weight of other people's expectations. The traveler's eyes widened. He had spent years trying to be like, trying to gain approval, trying to live up to others' ideas of who he should be. I thought I needed this, he admitted. I thought if others approved of me, I would feel lighter. The monk chuckled. But instead, you have become their prisoner. Trying to please everyone is an endless task. People's desires change. Their opinions shift. In trying to satisfy them, you become exhausted without realizing it. The truth is this: the only approval you truly need is your own. The traveler released the invisible stone. He suddenly felt free. 4. Comparing yourself to others. The monk pointed to another stone, one the traveler had never noticed before. It was shaped like a mirror. This one, the monk said, is the weight of comparison. The traveler hesitated. But I never wanted to compare myself to others. The monk nodded. No one does. But the world constantly shows you the successes of others. And without realizing it, you carry them as your own failures. Comparison drains energy because it makes you run a race that is not yours. Instead of walking your own path, you waste strength trying to follow someone else's. The lesson is clear. The only person you should compare yourself to is who you were yesterday. The traveler let go of the mirror-shaped stone. He felt at peace. The subtle art of energy conservation 1. The true cost of carrying burdens. The traveler in the story did not realize how heavy his burdens were until he put them down. This is a lesson for all of us. Most people live their lives in a constant state of exhaustion, yet they do not know why. They assume it is because of work, responsibilities, or lack of rest. But in truth, the deepest exhaustion comes from the mind. The past and the future are illusions that we carry in our present. The past is unchangeable, yet we allow it to haunt us. The future is uncertain, yet we allow it to control us. Each thought, each fear, and each regret becomes another stone in our sack. But here is the truth. You are not tired because you have too much to do. You are tired because you carry too much that no longer serves you. To conserve energy, you must recognize the weight you carry and question whether it is necessary. 2. The invisible thieves of energy. Let us examine the unseen forces that drain energy without our awareness. Regret and guilt, these emotions serve no purpose except to keep us tied to a past that no longer exists. They make us believe we must suffer for our mistakes, yet suffering does not correct them. Learning does. Unforgiveness, holding on to anger toward others, is like holding a burning coal, hoping the other person gets burned, and it only harms you. Forgiveness is not about excusing others. It is about freeing yourself from the poison of resentment. Overthinking. The mind creates endless stories, most of which never happen. A person can exhaust themselves simply by imagining a future that does not exist. The mind should be a tool, not a master, seeking validation, the need to be liked. Accepted or approved by others is a bottomless pit. The more you seek it, the more it drains you. The truth is, those who do not accept you as you are not your people. Comparison. Every person walks a unique path, yet we often measure our journey against others. This is like comparing a bird to a fish. Each has its own purpose, and neither is superior. Each of these habits slowly drains your energy, like a small leak in a vessel. If you do not recognize them, no amount of rest or success will make you feel whole. 3. The practice of letting go. Letting go does not mean becoming indifferent. It means being wise enough to know what is worth holding on to and what is worth releasing. How do you begin this practice? 1. Observe your thoughts. Notice when your mind clings to the past or worries about the future. Do not judge yourself. Simply observe. The moment you become aware, you weaken their power. Release what you cannot control. Much of our exhaustion comes from trying to control things outside our power. Accept what is and let go of the rest. Simplify your life. The more you own, the more you must carry. This applies not just to possessions, but to relationships, commitments, and expectations. Keep only what adds to your peace. 4. Practice gratitude. When you focus on what you lack, you become restless. When you focus on what you have, you become content. Energy flows where attention goes. 4. True strength comes from lightness. Many believe that strength comes from endurance, from carrying as much as possible. But true strength is knowing when to let go. A tree does not hold on to its dead leaves. It sheds them so that new life can grow. To conserve your energy and live with peace, travel light. Let go of the unnecessary. Hold on to what is true. And remember, a mind at peace is the greatest source of energy. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If we can, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Just click the subscribe button below and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Also, feel free to leave a comment and let me know what you'd like to see next. See you in the next video.